welcome to Ross-Age Stadium, home to the Purdue Boilermakers here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Delaware Blue Hens taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Purdue Boilermakers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Boilermakers will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Delaware's offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Lloyd. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. We'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Parrish. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Blue Hens look to keep this drive humming. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. On the option. Now the toss. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Fields. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Lloyd. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Delaware. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Makes it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Sends it back in motion. Right back to the well. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Back to throw, it's Tracy. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Quick step and go. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Blue Hens will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick. Because
it's a fumble. And he gets back on top of it and a first disaster. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got it behind the line. It's Fields. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Hoy. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted for the 11th time. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Purdue! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. East Carolina opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking for room. It's Fields. Still on his feet at the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's got an open man. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrated. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. And right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, 3rd and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Breaks into the open. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Leaves it with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Back to throw, it's Tracy. It's complete to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with the 1st down. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Calls his own number. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Fields. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes a grab for a big play. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Delaware.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Dropping back. It's Tracy. They're working that left side. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is called for. In the midst of all this rain, just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Kane. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. It's Kane. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got the tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Delaware. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
The Blue Hens will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A low-line drive and not his best work. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air. It's Lloyd. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Blue Hens line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little space. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13. The Boilermakers can really attack on this second and short. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Kane. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Blue Hens are rolling down the field. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Pressure coming. Firing to the right, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. North Texas is going to walk off the field there in Denton with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Looking to throw, it's Tracy. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. And that's a...
Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parrish. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Nice move there. They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Blue Hens kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Running the red zone, it's Parrish. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Using his feet. Headed to the end zone.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the
touchdown, Blue Hens! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Second down coming up.
Right back to the well. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Boilermakers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. He'll try to pop the draw. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Rides the back on the option, the give. Turning it on. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Lloyd. Trying to barrel in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. If we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. But a little time lets it go.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Powers through the defender. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. The pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Blue Hens, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The run from the shotgun. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. The Blue Hens need to pick it up on 4th down. Bust through behind his pad. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.